Hey guys, welcome back. 5 leagues from the Borderlands. We are now on campaign turn 3. Not a lot has happened so far. There hasn't been any battles yet. But I think one's going to come in this turn. Campaign turn 1, nothing really happened. We moved from the edge of the map. Let me get the map. So in campaign turn 1, we basically moved from the edge of the map. We moved all the way to the town over here, Amberhorn Town. And that was pretty much it for turn 1. Turn 2, we stayed in this map area and we rode a patrol where we found another unexplored location, which actually turned out to be a treasure site. Which sounds really interesting because it gives me, if I can hold the field, in other words, get rid of all the enemies, I think I get an additional, is it an additional 3 loot rolls? Let's have a butcher's. Yeah, if you hold the field, you gain 3 additional rolls on the loot table afterwards. So I've got a feeling that's what I want to do in campaign turn 3, is to go back there to the treasure site and do the site battle. But before we can do any of that, which will probably be the next video, part 2, in this video, part 1, we'll be doing the preparation stage, getting ourselves all ready for the battle. So what we're going to do, let's get rid of that for the moment. We have our warband with 0 adventure points because bloody turn 2 I lost all my adventure points. So the warband's still unproven. We are going to stay in this map area, but we are going to investigate this treasure site, I think. Location 1 here. That's the plan. But we shall see what happens. Preparation may give us a different direction. So we have the book. We have all the bookmarks. Where else should I put the bookmarks? Lurk info is going to need that. What's this? Site battle, going to need that. What else did I bookmark? What's this one? Oh yes, I've got that contract to do during the campaign activities as well. And the unexplored location in case I forgot, which I did just now. Now again, I have read this book. I must have read this book 5 or 6 times and I'm still digesting. It's a lot more work than 5 parsecs, but it's still going to be just as good. Right, we are at the preparation stage. So for this, we have a bunch of steps to do. Go back to the flowchart. This is on page 90. So the flowchart, again, we've got 7 steps. Local events, hard times, campaign activities, trade, town only, research, decide on the adventure, and outfit for adventure. So I've just written them down here so I can write next to them what happens. Righty-ho, let us go. First thing we need to do is to roll for local events for turn 3. What happens? And again, as I mentioned in the last video, you have 2 different tables. You have one table for when you're in a settlement, and you have another table for when you're in the wilderness, or sort of outside of a settlement, what they call the camp. When we come to do campaign activities, again, there's going to be different activities that we can do in a settlement or in the camp or wilderness. Right, let us get going. Stop talking. Local events, roll D100. Okay, so we are in a settlement, so we're rolling on the town events. Black first. We get 97. Oh, I'm not too keen when they're high. Son of a bitch. Swindled. Roll D6. If you roll 1 to 5, you lose -2 gold marks. Hang on, that's a double negative. If you roll a 1 to 5, you lose -2 gold marks. So I gain 2 marks. If you roll a 6, you lose -6 gold marks. Again, it's a double negative, so I gain 2 marks and I gain 6 marks? It's wishful thinking. Oh, you may add a revealed enemy camp to the same map area you are in. What? The enemy will automatically be sneaky thieves from the room within enemy table. You do not gain any adventure points for attacking them, but will get your money back if you hold the field. Oh, okay. So, I mean, I'm taking the ruin within as one of my threats anyway. So, I have a choice. Either I can lose the gold marks, or I can do bomb. I can do this as the battle and get me money back, but I won't get any adventure points. Get your money back if you hold the field. Let's see how much we lose first. D6. You son of a bitch! I knew it. I freaking knew it. D6s hate me. 6 gold marks? Are you fucking kidding me? Can I re-roll that? Can I re-roll that? Story points, isn't it? There's a big difference between 2 marks and 6 marks. I think I'm going to burn a story point. I know it's early. I know it's not in a battle or anything like that, but Christ, that's a big difference. Just like four marks difference. Now, just let me double check whether I can use a story point to re-roll this. Just give me 1 second. I can use a story point to re-roll this. I mean, I could re-roll the swindled, I think, instead. I think I'll do that. Instead of re-rolling the gold marks, I think I'll just re-roll the local event. So I'm now down to 3 story points. This is not a good start to turn 3. Right, let's re-roll the local events. I don't like that one. Black first, 81. A gift. The town smith has been working on something for you. The local smith gives you a fine standard weapon. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Smithy. Fine standard weapon. Okay, so we get, what do we roll? 81. And we get a fine standard. Nice. Okay, so I'll be giving that to one of my war band. It's a lot better than losing bloody marks thanks to bloody thieving gits. Alright, so that's local events done, but it cost me a story point. Oh, I don't want to keep doing that very often. Right, what's next? Next up is hard times. So this is where we do the upkeep and healing. I've got no healing, but I've got to check the upkeep. I have 6 warband members, so I'm rolling D3. Please, Ivan, please, please, please. Can you redesign these games so that they don't use D6s? See, the thing is, if it was 1 or 2, I might have just paid it and then done another activity rather than helping the town guard. But 3, I've got to waste an activity now to basically not pay the bloody upkeep. What a waste. Damn it. Alright, so this isn't funny. This really isn't funny. So upkeep was upkeep is 3. I'm just going to put a G here. I'm not going to put GM. Looks weird. GM looks weird. So upkeep's 3, but I am going to do the helping the town guard, which offsets upkeep. So help the town guard. Help the town guard. So this becomes 0. Okay. That's a bit of a problem because now I can only do 1 other activity instead of 2. Let's go back. Okay, upkeep done. Healing, no. Okay, so campaign activities, we can do 2. I've got 1 more to do. Last time I did hard work, which got me 2 gold. Last turn I was also looking at study, and I asked a question on the video, and I put it onto Facebook to see whether somebody could clarify it for me. So here for study, it says if you succeed in the test, you can get a random skill. You may assign it to any character that does not have any skill currently. Now, last time I kind of questioned whether this was correct or not, because it seemed a bit silly to, if a character has 1 skill, they can't study and get another one. It just seems a bit silly that way. But Ivan has replied basically saying, yeah, that's how it is. So, I mean, to me, it doesn't really make sense. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll introduce a house rule for my campaign so that I can't assign it to somebody who has that skill. But I have to think about that, whether I'm going to apply a house rule for that or not. But according to Ivan, this is correct. You can't give a skill to a character that has any skill on the sheet, which is a bit more restrictive, but there's only a certain number of times you can do this as well, as long as nobody dies. All right, what should I do? Should I do the hard work again? Scout, no, camp only for the scout. Town healer, no, don't need that. Pray. Select a character, they are blessed. If they're injured during the campaign turn, you may add +5 to the D100. Is +5 going to make much difference? The character may make a 9+ devotion test to have the blessing last until they need to roll on either table. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know how much effect +5 is going to have on the injury tables. I think I'm going to do hard work again. So we earn 1 gold. We need an 8+ crafting test to roll. To receive an additional 1 gold. All right, I don't have anybody with crafting, so I just need an 8+. Nope. Okay, so we get 1 gold. So we've now got 12. Okay. So I shall put here hard work +1 gold. Okay, I'm just using a G, not a GM anymore. Og and Ig. All right, after that, we've got the trade. You can buy and sell stuff. Now we're in a town, so we can roll to see what's available for rare goods. So rolling twice. So we need to see what's available for the rare goods. So rare goods. First one is percentage, isn't it? Yeah, percentage. So first one is 90. God, I'm rolling high today. 98. Item of choice. Select any item from the rare goods table, but pay the cost +2. Bloody useful, but let's roll the other one first to see what we get. We get a 20. A 20 is bottle of red duck. What's that? Booze. Bottle of red ducky, and that costs 5 gold. Whoa! What the hell is it? Red duck. Red duck. Where's the items? Bottle of red duck. Potent booze of foreign make gives the drinker 1 point of will, usable anytime during a battle. If the character already has will, add it to their current pool. When the battle ends, the extra point is lost. Useful. Single use though. But fine, it costs five bloody gold. And the other one is an item of choice. Select any item but pay +2. What the hell? Quiver would be useful, but Mystic Trinket. Nah. The second one was item of choice +2 gold to its value. I don't think I'm going to buy anything again. Do I want anything from the common goods? Do I want anything from the common goods? I have one guy who doesn't have armor, so I think I might get light armor for Holland. Light armor is, oh no, 2. Yep, so I'm going to buy light armor. Buy light armor, that costs 2 gold. So we're down to 10, and now everybody has some form of armor. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for trading, I think. We go back to the bookmark, and what's next? That was trading. Oh, I could have done training, couldn't I? I'll wash his faces on 3 XP. Never mind, I'll do it next time. Okay, so we've done trading. Now we're doing research. Roll for connections. Yeah, might as well see what's on offer. Don't have to take it. We get 40. No result, nothing happens. So, nothing happens for research, and I can't do the other one, which is discover hidden location, because you need adventure milestones and adventure points for that. And I ain't got none because I'm getting nicked them all. Alright, so research is done. Now we get to choose the adventure. Now I'm thinking, since nothing else has come up, thinking that I'm going to explore the location. I'm going to go to the treasure site. So I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to go to the treasure site. Now I found this last turn. When I rode patrol, somebody told me about an unexplored location. So I explored it and found out what it was, and then came back to town. Now, for this, we're fighting a site battle. So we're going to be doing a site battle. And we're up against lurking foes. Now, to begin with, I'm going to, again, I've mentioned this before, but when you're playing this game and determining who you're fighting in a battle or an encounter, you've got 2 options. You can either roll percentage to determine, which enemy you're fighting against, or you can go through like sequentially. So you start the first battle, you fight this one, the second battle, you fight this one. The problem with random is that you could end up with, because it escalates. The first one on the table is the easiest, the last one is the hardest. If you're unlucky like me, you could end up fighting the most nasty, evil, difficult person to begin with. So what I'm thinking is, to begin with, I'm going to start with the easiest and go like do a few battles like this, and then maybe look and see, whether I want to start doing it random. At some point, I will change to rolling randomly, I think. But to begin with, I am going to do it sequentially. So we're going to page 180. Let's move that there. for the lurking foes. So we are looking at lurking foes. Now these guys have a special rule. The lure of magic. During the tracking phase, roll d6. If any warband member casts a spell during that battle round. On a 6, place an additional enemy at a random entry point or point on the edge of the battlefield. If any warband member casts a spell. I thought you could only have one mystic. Okay, whatever, okay. On a 6, place an additional enemy at a random entry point or point on the edge of the battlefield. Ooh. So we've got the lure of magic, special rule, and this is on page 179. I need to write that down when I do my stuff for the mission. I will write that down. Okay, now, like I mentioned just now, we're going to be going through sequentially to begin with. So we are going to be starting with the first entry on the enemy table, the lurking foes, and that is giant rats. So we are going to be fighting giant rats. Now, I knew this last time. In campaign turn 2, I kind of knew that I was up against giant rats. And I don't have any giant rat figures, so I have been a little bit busy, and I've been printing off on my printer, my 3D printer, I've been printing off some rat swarm bases. These are going to count as giant rats, so one base is a giant rat. There was also one, I found this this STL file for free on Thingiverse. They also had some which, I need to clean these up a bit and paint them, of course. They also have ones where rats are on structures, and this one has a mutated rat at the front. So this one, which has like a box and everything, that will be the, if there was a leader, that will be the leader, and then these will just be like the normal giant rats that I'm going to be up against. So I've got to paint these before we do the battle. So right, so we're fighting giant rats. Numbers +5. Oh crap. Right, numbers +5. Oh god. God, they can move 10 inches if they dash. Combat of 0, damage of 0, 0, toughness of 3, no armor, no range. Right, they have 2 traits, slippery and crawling. Now, let's go and find out what those bloody things are. Let's put this there. Right, where are the enemy traits? Bonk. Enemy traits, where are they? Dump, dump. Enemy traits, okay. Slippery. The enemy does not suffer movement reductions due to difficult terrain, may move through water features at normal speed, and may ignore obstacles up to 1 inch tall when moving. Alright, so move, I'll just put here normal, move through difficult terrain and water, and 1 inch tall obstacles. So they've got normal move through difficult terrain, water features, and 1 inch tall obstacles. And slippery. The other one is crawling. The enemy may dash during sight battles. Oh, what? You can't normally dash? Hang on a second. Hang on a bloody second. Hang on. Hang on. Sight battles. Does it say I can't dash? Where does it say that? All base movement rates are reduced by 1 except for enemies with the crawling trait. Warband figures cannot dash during sight battles. Ah, shit. No ranged attack can be made at a distance exceeding 8 inches. Ah, shit. All right, I need to read that again. All right, so... Oh dear. Okay, so we're up against a whole bunch of rats who've got a little bit of an advantage. All right, let's see how many we get. Now, we're going to... Where is it? It's before. I'll read up on the site battle and everything afterwards. Let's just sort out everything else. Right, determine the foe. We've done that. Enemy numbers. Right, roll 2d6. Pick the highest dice. If you've got 7 or 8 figures, blah blah. No. Comparable numbers. If after all adjustments you would outnumber them by more than 1, increase the number until you only outnumber them by 1. Doesn't work the other way around though, does it? Eh? If the enemy outnumbers us, we don't raise our bloody number. All right, so 2d6, we take the highest. Plus 5. You son of a bitch. Ivan, please, change the fucking game. I don't want it to be d6s anymore. I'm up against 11 of the fuckers. Oh, crap. But I also have to determine the leadership, because the leaders, if there are any leaders, they are additional. So I'm going to end up with 12. All right, so enemy leadership, we are rolling percentage. Are they led by anything? 27. Oh, you swine. They've got a sergeant. All right. It's not a sergeant, it's just a bigger rat. So the sergeant will be represented by this base, which has the box. The box on it is the bigger rat. So we have 12 of the buggers. We've got 1 sergeant, and we've got 11 dirty rats. Right, modifications. Sergeant gets +1 toughness and parry. Can rats get parry? I'll say it's some kind of equivalent. So the sergeant gets +1. So he's got 4 toughness and he has the parry skill. No additional leaders. No unique foes, thank fuck for that. Enemy armaments, no. Unknown enemies. Possible, depends on the site mission, doesn't it? Right, let's have a look here. Site battle. You're investigating the location and dealing with any hazards that present themselves. Sometimes the place itself can be as much as a danger as the enemies. Yeah. Deploy, okay, so we deploy the warband. If there's more than 1 entry point, it should be split up. Okay, I think I'll probably just have 1 entry point. For the site battle, I'm going to be doing it in a dungeon. And I'm going to be using the, it's on the same website as the Perilous Shores. I think it's, is it One Page Dungeon? It's another app on the web page that has Perilous Shores that basically gives you like a 1-page. It gives you a 1-page dungeon. I don't know whether did I. Oh yeah, I've got some here. So yeah, something like this. These are a couple that I did before for. I don't know whether you've seen it, but I did a video, tabletop papercraft on the Lair of the Dragon God. It's an old WorldWorks Games dungeon papercraft set. I'll put the link up. I'll put the link up here. But I did a video on that, and I used this, like I say, this little 1-page dungeon. I think it's called 1-page dungeon. I'll put the correct name up on the notes. And it basically prints like a random dungeon with items or sort of events or whatever inside the rooms. I think this is the one that I used as the basis for my 5 parsecs game. I think it was mission 9 when they went down into the sewers. I used this as the basis for the dungeon design. This is another one. Again, you click on the app, and just like with Perilous Shores, you click on it, it comes up with a random, like Perilous Shores comes up with a random land region with different locations. The dungeon one gives you a random dungeon with, like I say, different things in the rooms as suggestions and stuff. So what I'll do, I don't know whether I'll use these ones. I'll probably come up with a new one. So I'll use that to come up with a basic dungeon design. I'll probably just have one entry point, I think, though. All right, place exploration markers. Place one exploration marker for every warband member. So it's going to be 6. All right. Okay. It's not a delve, so there's not going to be different depths. When you're doing a delve, I actually have 2. When you're doing what they call a delve, which is a different kind of location, a specific location, these are dungeons that have multiple layers. This is not the same. This is a unknown location, which is a treasure site, so it's not going to have different depths. It's just going to have one level. All right. Okay, so the markers. Okay, first move. Okay, so something's going to happen at the start. Some random thing. I could end up with 3 extra markers. I could end up with some skeletons. I could end up with another unexplored location which is linked to this. Oh, that's not good. A unique foe. Ooh. So there's a bunch of things that can happen. Okay. All right, so we are pretty much ready to play the game, to play the battle. So we're doing a sight battle against lurking foes, which are going to be giant rats. 12. Did I print 12? Yeah, I printed 15. Okay, I've got plenty. Just have to get them painted. I'm also still working on my warband, getting them all painted up. All right, I need to get all that done. I need to get the dungeon or a kind of basis for the dungeon that I'm going to be doing. And then we will fight the battle. We'll do that in the next video. So this will do for campaign. Oh, I forgot one thing. I did forget one thing. I forgot to do the contract for the campaign activities. I've got this contract where I'm trying to negotiate a deal. So before we finish, let's go back and quickly do that. Because I forgot. Where is it? Not this one. Not this one. I've got so many bookmarks. It's this one. Right, yeah, we've got to do this. That's why I came back to town. All right, so we're in the town. We're going to try this contract. So what I need to do in 3 settlements, in the 3 settlements on my map, so the town, the village, and the hamlet, I have to go to each one in, I think it's 5 campaign turns. And I've got to try and succeed at this kind of negotiation. All right, so I've got to make an 8+ speech test. If you've got a friend, you can get a +1. No, okay, so I need to roll an 8+. I do have 2 humans that give me a +1, so I'll use Bertio. +1, so I need a 7+ to get a success. We get an 8, so we get 1 success. So contract, this is for the town, success. Now I need to get at least 2 successful negotiations. Yeah, so I've got to do it successfully at 2 of the settlements to complete the job, and the job's worth 3 gold. And it doesn't count as an activity. I can do 2 activities plus this. So okay, I forgot, but I remembered in time, so we've got that done. And that is it for this video. Next time, part 2, we will have the sight battle against the rats. My guys will finally see some action. I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing. This game, this game can be really deadly. So like I say, I will prepare the figures, get them all done. I will prepare the dungeon, and then we will play the game. So, until then, guys, stay safe, take care of yourselves, please, 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 like and subscribe. I think that's where they are. And Be good to each other, and I'll see you in part 2. Take care, guys. Cheers.